Do your social media apps bombard you with daily attention-getting beauty hacks and tutorials? Of course they do. Emil is shaking his head as a gentleman. He's like, not at all.
Like, no,
not at all. Many go viral, but millions of views don't necessarily mean the advice is good or even safe.
Local 4 lifestyle editor John Jordan joins us with a segment he's calling Beauty Hack or Wack.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Wax.
Hey, John.
Okay, well, first of all, let's define hack or whack.
Okay.
All right. So a hack in modern usage, okay, is a clever tip, trick, or shortcut. A whack is something irrational, of poor quality, bad, or uncool.
Okay.
So now we know what a hack or a whack is.
Okay, he's like, we need a baseline.
Yes.
Let's start with that.
Right.
So, John, you think that many of these tutorials are purposely conceived to be as weird as possible? Is that to grab attention?
What do you think?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely, in the case of some content creators, that it's about getting likes and shares and views, and it's less about real results and more about reaction. And we have a little montage of some of the most eye-popping videos, and let's take a look at that.
All right.
Okay. Blush with a fork and contouring. Do your makeup with a fork.
Okay. Or not.
Over-exaggerated lips. That's a little much.
Whoa.
And we all see the contouring
Yes.
beyond, right? This one is about bang cutting, and I think everybody has a bad bang cutting
I definitely have a
trauma
story.
in their past,
Yes.
right?
Do you? Did you do something like that in the video?
Okay.
Right. It's like a rite of passage, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, they're whack, they're over the top, but, let's assess some less whacked out, but still questionable techniques. Let's talk about those.
Yes, okay. And these may be some that you're actually guilty of.
That might be.
Let's take a look at our list, okay? Using eyeliner on the inside of your waterline. Any ophthalmologist or doctor will tell you that's not a good thing. The use of beauty counter tester products on your face, eyes, and lips, and maybe sharing with friends.
Maybe not so much.
That's a recipe for contagion.
So I'm not gonna push back, but you go to some of these places and they pick that stuff up and try to put it on your face.
Yes.
You right? So what should we be doing? Kind of rubbing it on our hand?
That's a much safer bet.
Okay.
But you can decline.
Yes,
so,
of course.
Right? I mean, exercise your consumer rights.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one that applies to guys too, especially removal of nasal hair with hot wax. That is you're taking the filter out of your nose. You can trim your nose hair, but you're risking inflammation, and it's an open door to viruses and all kinds of bad things.
Right.
That's a no-no. The use of tanning oils and lotion that's void of sunscreen, why bother? I mean, everybody should be using sunscreen 24/7, 365.
Even at home, you told me.
Yeah. Exactly.
I listen.
In the winter.
Yes.
And cutting your own bangs on an impulse. I think it's one thing to know what you're doing, but another thing to experiment.
Yeah, I've been guilty too.
Yes, and there's no going back after that. You just out here.
Yeah.
How many of those would you plead guilty to?
Plead guilty.
Definitely
to?
the bangs.
Yeah, I've definitely done the eyeliner before.
When I was younger, yes.
I'll be honest, I've been at beauty counters and not thought about it, and I won't do lips, but I've had them test foundation or powder on my face, and now that I don't know why, for some reason I thought it was a powder, it would be less damage, less risky, maybe?
Well, to your point, Tati, a moist product has there's a greater chance of there being bacteria in it as opposed to something that's dry.
Okay, all right, well, you're saying don't do it at all.
I just think that, there's a safety factor that you can insist upon.
Okay.
You don't have to be neurotic about it, but I
will be. Just kidding.
That's what I was hoping for.
Thank you.
Goal achieved.
Like
Goal
John
achieved.
said, stay away from my face.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, so as we've mentioned, these things are very viral. There's a lot of them. We're bombarded with them all the time. This is just round one because I think there's a lot more material here.
Yeah, I could see that. How about you, Shay?
Yes, yes,
Because
yes,
I sit there and I watch those tutorials. John knows. I come back and I show him things.
I
We have
know,
a
and
lot
I'm
of-
like, there's so many steps. Like, it would take me 2 days to try this technique.
Yeah.
Well, and on that note, here's a fork so that you can touch up your makeup. During the break.
Hilarious. That's great, John. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's good, right?